Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be unboxing I-DLE's 8th mini album, We Are. I have all of the previously announced versions before you today, so I have all three of the standard version photo books. So there's a We version, the I version, and the G version. Then I have 2 copies of the special jewel case version and 2 copies of the POCA Photobook version. And I say previously announced because they did just announce another album version. It's not for this album specifically, it's for the special digital album that they released on May the 2nd, where it was basically just like a re-release of all of their previous title tracks. And that's going to be a SMINI. I think they're calling it a mini CD, but it's essentially a SMINI. That's what we know them as. But I plan on probably picking at least one of those up. I don't think I'll pick up multiple copies of that, but they are releasing photo cards for it, and I will try to probably collect those photo cards for that version as well. I don't really know if we're including that in this release. It kind of is, but kind of isn't, because it's like a whole separate album, I guess, if you think about it completely. But yeah, that is another version that they did announce. But aside from that, I do have pre-order benefits for these. So I got 2 copies of the POCA Photobook from MakeStar. So I got 2 MakeStar pre-order benefits, and they are right here. I did already look at them, and I got such great luck, you guys, because I pulled probably my top 2 members. So I got Oogie, who is, of course, my bias. And then this is the back, very minimalistic. And then the other member I got was Minnie, and she looks very, very gorgeous in this picture right here. She's got the dark purple hair and the bangs and the silver nails, and just very, very, very beautiful photo card. And then in addition to those 2 pre-order benefits, I did also get pre-order benefits from K-Town For You. So K-Town For You was doing 1 photo card per just album that you buy. So because I got the 3 regular photo books and the 2 jewel case copies, I got all 5 of the member photo cards from K-Town For You. So first up, we of course have Miyun, and all of them are going to be holding this like lollipop, or I guess like, I don't really know what to call it, but it's like a lollipop looking thing of like a paw. And that's Miyun's. We have Minnie here. And it looks like these are the outfits from the teaser trailer way back at the end of April that we saw, or beginning of May. We have Soyeon here. I think this is such a cute set. I'm very happy with this K-Town For You pre-order benefit set. Then we have Oogie. Very, very nice. All the backs just have their signatures on them. And then we have Shuhwa. Very, very gorgeous. So yeah, that's why I have a couple different copies of all of these versions. I only got 1 copy of each of the photo book versions, but I did pick up a couple extra copies here just to get some pre-order benefits. MakeStar, I could have gone more crazy and ordered 5 of these instead of just 2, but I decided to just stick with 2 and take my chances on pulling my bias, which I did, so it ended up working out. So that's all the pre-order benefits and all the intro that I want to do, so let's get started. All right, so we are going to start with the 3 standard versions, and the first one I'm going to go through is the G version right here. So this is the front, very, very minimalistic outside cover here. This is the back with all these different photos and such. There is the track list, which I will probably get into more as I start to like flip through the photo book and stuff, but we have Good Thing, Girlfriend, Love Tease, Chain, Unstoppable, and this last song, I think the English title is If You Want, but on the album itself, it looks like it says Guredo Doeyo. So that is the Korean title. I will say probably my top 2 tracks, like favorite songs on this album, are Good Thing and Girlfriend. So yeah, we will get more talking into that as I progress through the unboxing. But these are all of the sides. Very, like I said, black and white and minimalistic. So it just opens up this way. So let me do that. All right, so you open it up and then you see the little asterisks right there. And then is everything on top? Okay, no, there's nothing on top. So we're just gonna slide everything out this way. And then this is just an empty box. So we're gonna put that to the side. All right, so I separated all the inclusions from the photo book here, and so all that is left is the photo book with this like I don't know, collage looking thing. It's not really a collage because it's like very symmetrical, but kind of a collage looking front cover. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this. Let me just make sure it's in frame. Very, very nice. It's kind of like a magazine texture for the pages. So you might hear some squeaking as I try to flip the pages. So I do apologize for that, but can't really control it. So it looks like this G concept is going to be of the trailer, the teaser trailer of the funeral with the big G on the casket and them laying it to rest as they embark on this new journey with a new name as they dropped the G, if you're not aware. But yeah, I think it's ultimately, it's a nice move for them because I feel like there has been a lot that has happened in their past, and I feel like this was kind of closure, not just for them, but maybe for some of the fan base. Just kind of like holding on to those memories of the past. And that's not to say we can forget about them and never think about them again, but I do think it kind of symbolizes that we can move on and just have fun with OT5 Idol, and you know, everything will be okay. They're still gonna, you know, be friends with each other and make great music, obviously. And so I think it's just all in all a good move, and I think a very creative move too, because it did, I will say, it drew up a lot of conversations. So it got them, not all of it was good, but it got them, you know, got other people talking about them and stuff like that. So I thought it was a good thing. With respect to the special digital album that they released at the beginning of May, like in the whole like build up to this comeback, I personally, I didn't really enjoy a lot of the, I guess, the re-recording of a lot of the songs. Dum Dee Dum Dee was still, I still really enjoyed Dum Dee Dum Dee. And that's just because I think I love Dum Dee Dum Dee so much as a song. But for me, the re-recordings like didn't quite hit as much as the original ones did. And that's perfectly fine. Like, it's not that big of a deal if they didn't. And I am, I guess, mature enough to realize that the group did that, I think, more for them than for us, the fans. Because I'm imagining, like, of course they performed those songs at concerts and stuff like that these last several years since Soojin was essentially kicked out of the group. They performed those songs at concerts and stuff like that, but at the same time, I feel like they don't really have ownership, or at least they didn't have ownership of those songs since Soojin left or was kicked out, because, I mean, Cube, and I guess they just can't play any of those songs with Soojin's voice on them. So for me, it was kind of like a them thing, and them taking ownership of their music again, redistributing the lines. Obviously, they're the same songs, so they're mostly going to sound the same. What I will say, though, listening to them, is I was really happy with and impressed with Shuha's voice. And I think this era as a whole, Shuha has been like low-key bias wrecking me like crazy. So that part has been nice to see, of course. And like I said, you know, the tracks themselves didn't really like hit with me. I still like the originals probably better. I like Soojin's voice on the originals, and I'll probably, if I ever listen to those songs, I will probably listen to the versions with Soojin on them. But that is absolutely no shade to these five girls. And like I said, I feel like it was more of them taking ownership back of those songs because they probably just couldn't use them outside of performing at concerts and stuff like that for these last several years. So that is the end of this photo book. These are all of the credits. Let's take a quick peek at the CD plate. And so it is just a black CD plate. And then it's kind of like a stenciled look, but I think those are words. Okay, no, it's just extra, what's the symbol again? I completely forget. Asterisks, thank you. Brain not fully operational at this point in time. But that is the CD plate. That is the photo book. Let's get into the inclusions. All right, so first inclusion we have is a folded poster, and this one is a vertical one. And I actually think I got a bigger version of this poster because I think it was K-Town For You sent me posters as like a pre-order benefit. I think I got this same poster, but it's like it's movie poster size. So we have yet another copy of that. Then up next, we have all of the lyrics and credits, and they decided to do it with, I guess, like a picture on one page, and then on the opposite side, they have all of the credits. That side is blank, but as I go through the others, you will see, yes, all the lyrics and the credits. Let me actually just sit those down real quick, and then we'll do this. These are some shots from the trailer. Probably should, like, zoom out just a little bit because I feel like I'm holding these a little bit lower to the ground like I normally do, or than I normally do. So I should probably zoom out just a tad after this version here. But these are all of the song lyrics and credits with some accompanying photos. So we'll get those out of the way. And up next, we have a postcard, and I did already see this postcard because it was just facing up when I pulled everything out, but it is a group postcard, OT5, from this concept. Very, very pretty. It's kind of glossy on the photo side, and then on the back, it's kind of papery, more papery. It's not quite as glossy, but very pretty postcard. And then up next, we have this little photo card sized folder here. It looks like we're gonna have a photo card and then possibly a sticker or two. So let's get into that. All right, so we got the photo card and the sticker out. It's just one photo card and one sticker, but this is the sticker. It says I-DLE. And then down here, we have the photo card, which we're going to flip. And, oh, we got a cute Minnie. Okay, very nice. She's in like a brown jacket. Is that Mew Mew? I think that's probably Mew Mew, right? Yes, by the logo, I think that is Mew Mew, which makes sense because she is an ambassador for that brand. This is the back, gray and white. It just says "We Are," and then 8th mini album. Kind of wish it had like a signature or something, or like a message, but maybe they will do that for other photo card versions. But yeah, that is the first version we got for the Photobook version. Let's get into the next one. All right, up next we have the I version of the Photobook. So this is the front, and then we have the back, just some slightly different pictures, but the same design. And then we have all of the sides here. Very nice. We're just gonna now open it up and try not to break the album. All right, so once again, this is what it looks like on the inside. So very simply just going to take all of that out, and then actually I'm gonna move this to the side. Well, you can't see that because it's not on camera, but now I'm gonna move all of this over. All right, so we got the inclusion set to the side for the I version. This is the front of the Photobook. This is the back, more or less the same style in terms of how it's put together, just different photos. And now we're gonna get into the Photobook, and we're gonna make sure I'm in frame here. But yeah, it looks like all of these photos are gonna be predominantly from each member's like teaser, like for this era. So I think I remember Miyeon, this is the outfit that she wore at the ATM, and then we'll have Minnie's outfit and so on and so forth. Yep, this is the outfit that she wore at the ATM. But yeah, let me get into the track list discussion, I guess, because I said I would talk about that, and then I just didn't talk about it for that first Photobook. I really like Girlfriend, and I liked Girlfriend from the very beginning, first listen. I really enjoyed like the heavy beat. I don't think it's bass. It could be bass. I don't know, but I don't really know music like that in terms of how to describe everything. But that really heavy beat that goes throughout most of the song and only really disappears completely in the pre-chorus. And I really enjoy that because it feels like when you get to the chorus, it's like very uplifting and just, I don't know, inspiring in some type of way. And a lot of people on the timeline were calling it like a really good like breakup anthem. So I do feel like that was kind of the point of the song. And the MV, of course, I talked about this in a previous video of mine. I don't know which one, but the MV was really well done. And yeah, I just really enjoyed Girlfriend overall. And then Good Thing, when it came out, I will fully admit I did not really enjoy it the first couple listens. I didn't really get it. But then after I want to say maybe like 5 or 6 listens, I started to Really enjoy it. It really is an earworm. And when I started to think about it, it kind of reminded me, because the style they're going for is very clearly like second gen K-pop era, that type of deal. So like, I don't know, late 2000s, early 2010. So with that in mind, it kind of reminded me of Block B's song Very Good. And I know that's kind of funny because the word good is in both of the song titles. So that might be why it's reminding me of that, because it's very easy to remember that since they share a common word in the song titles. But I haven't really seen anyone draw those comparisons, and I don't think it's like a one-to-one comparison. Like, I'm not saying the songs sound exactly alike, but just the general like style of the song, like it sounds very similar to me. I don't know. I kind of like feel crazy sometimes when I talk about I guess these comparisons or like similarities I find in like current music that just comes out and like past music, because I'll talk about it with like friends and stuff and they'll be like, I don't hear that at all. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I was talking with a friend of mine about Girlfriend when it came out, and I was like, yeah, man, I can get behind this. This is like a really nice club, like bumping music that I can like totally just dance to in the club. And he was like, what are you talking about? This sounds like an Avril Lavigne song. And I'm like, okay, maybe it kind of does, but like they are literally in a club in the MV. Like, what? I don't understand. It sounds like a club song to me. So to get moving forward, Good Thing kind of reminds me of Very Good from Block B. And I think that makes sense because it's kind of the era that it's, you know, trying to draw inspiration from. And by the way, these photos are just so gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I'm not really talking about them, but oh, does the car say I-DLE? Yes, it does. That's cool. Poor car though. It's seen better days. Seen better days. But that is that photo book. That is the credits. This is the CD plate. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put an appropriate bow on what I was saying, but that is kind of how I feel about Good Thing. I think it's a great song. Like I said, I think it's probably my number 2 on the whole album as a whole. But when I get into the other photo books, I'll talk more about the B-sides and stuff like that. So that is the I photo book. All right, so the first inclusion we have is another folded poster. This one is going to be horizontal, so that's very nice, and is a big photo of them in the car, all 5 of them. Soyeon driving the car, it looks like. Very, very cool. Then we have more of these lyric photos and like lyric, I guess, information sheets. I don't really know what they were calling these, but we have a couple here, and then lyrics on the back. I think these are the shoes Minnie was wearing, which I think that means the shoe on the front cover of this album version is Minnie's. Very, very nice. That's a shot of the car once again that we just saw in the photo book. And then this is from Oogie's teaser with the golf ball. And then this is from Shuhwa's teaser where she like kicks through the door. Probably hear that loud car going by. I do apologize. And then this is the window that they had Miyeon throw the rock through. Very, very cool. And yeah, those are all of the lyrics and information for the album there for this version. And then we have the postcard, which as I mentioned, I already saw, and it is the same photo, or at least very similar to, I don't know if it's the same exact photo as the poster we just saw, but very similar photo to that, but that is the postcard. Then I just took out the photo card and the sticker from the little photo card sleeve, and so once again, we just have the same sticker. And then last but certainly not least, we have the photo card, and we get, oh my goodness, we get such a beautiful Oogie. She's doing a wink. She's got the long blonde hair, maybe some bangs there as well. Same back as far as like just what the back looks like. I forgot to check the album details, exactly how many different photo cards we could get. I think I remember the POCA photo books, there's only like, you only get 1 of 5, which is really nice, but I forget how many different photo cards they did for the regular photo books. So I'll have to check that out after I'm done filming, but we get an Oogie for this version. Let's move on to the last regular version. Okay, so we have the last of the regular photo book versions. This is the Wii version. That is the front cover. And then we have the back with all of these extra photos here. And once again, the sides are all pretty much the same. So let's get into this one. All right, so this is what it looks like when you open it. So let me just take the photo book and inclusions out, set that to the side, and then I will separate these. All right, so we have the photo book for the Wii version. This is the front and the back. And it looks like these are all going to be photos from, I think this is the Girlfriend MV actually. So nothing from Good Thing that I've seen so far. So these are all going to be probably, I would assume, shot in Paris because that's where the Girlfriend MV was shot and filmed. So I guess to continue the talk about the track list, I guess particularly the B-sides, I would say my favorite B-side is a toss-up, honestly, this era. Usually, 9 times out of 10, it's the song that Minnie produces, and that is actually one of the two that is my favorite B-side of this era. I do really enjoy Chain because I do believe that she produced that. But then the other song that I really, really enjoy is If You Want. And I am always like a softie and just a sucker for a really good ballad. So that one just really like touched my heart. And I feel like coming from Shuhwa as well, where it's the first song that she has written or co-written or however you want to, talk about it or explain it in that way. But coming from Shuhwa as well, where we haven't seen like lyricist side of Shuhwa or producer side of Shuhwa yet. So I thought that was really, really special. It's a really special song. It's a really nice song to listen to. It just, like I said, it's a really beautiful song. So it's a toss-up between that song and Chain. And there's actually one part in Chain that kind of reminds me of another song as well. So I'm not gonna sing it, but there is, I think it's the second line in each of the chorus for Chain. The way that Miyeon and I think Minnie, because I think those are the only two that sing the chorus part in both choruses, but the way they sing and pace the second line reminds me very much of the chorus to The Hills by The Weeknd. I will at least give you like more of an idea of what I'm talking about. You know the part in the chorus of The Hills where it's like dun 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 dun. That sounds very similar to the second line in the chorus of Chain from I-DLE. So that just reminded me so much of that. And every time I hear the chorus, I still can't get out of my head. It sounds exactly like that part in The Hills by The Weeknd. So I think that's just like, it's not really like, I don't know if it's really comparable, but it's just very similar. And like, just like I said, the way they pace the words when they say the lyrics, it just very much reminds me of that. I feel like, I don't know, I might be looking too deep into that, or maybe I'm going crazy because like I said, I talked about this earlier. Oh my gosh. Such a beautiful photo of Oogie. But before I get sidetracked, I talked about this earlier where like I draw like certain similarities from the songs that come out to older songs or songs that I've heard in the past. And I talk about it with people and like, I don't really hear that at all. And, I just feel like this might be another instance where maybe I'm hearing something that's not actually there, but I don't know. You guys can let me know in the comment section if you hear that too, if I'm crazy, if, whatever. But we're gonna get through the rest of this photo book, and we are in Shuhwa's section right now. I'm gonna try to actually like talk about these photos a little bit because I haven't hardly talked about any of these photos in these photo books. But we have some very pretty photos of Shuhwa here. I think this is on the main river that runs through Paris. Very, very nice. The one that probably wasn't the safest to swim in at the Olympics last year. I thought that idea was very interesting from the beginning, the way that they were like, yeah, we're going to have all the aquatic events happen in the river that is, I don't know, not the cleanest river ever. But this is the CD plate, and this is a little bit different style. It's not white or black. It's kind of like a clearish silver type deal. So that is the CD plate for the Wii version. That is the photo book. Let's get into the inclusions. So first up, once again, we have a poster, and if I can open it, there we go. We have another vertical one here, and it looks like these are some photos of them in the club as they're dancing and filming for the MV, probably. Very, very nice. Kind of curious that they didn't take up the photos with the whole poster, but I guess it is what it is. And then we have some more lyric sheets. So this is the first one, and ooh, we actually have some members on these. So we have Miyeon, and then Minnie. Very, very nice. I should probably check as I'm going through these, just double check like if what I was saying was true, because I'm pretty sure Minnie did produce Chain. Ooh, this is it right here. Yes, composed by Minnie. And then I think Unstoppable was Miyeon's, and then Love Tease was Oogi's, I think. Is this Unstoppable? It is. And it says Miyeon right here. Yes. So I had it correct. Very, very nice. We have a random, this one's kind of bent, which is unfortunate, but is what it is. But we had a random picture of a window right there. Those are all of the lyric sheets. Then we have another postcard, and this is going to be another group postcard, but just in these outfits. So very, very nice. On the streets of Paris, it looks like they're outside a very nice restaurant. Very cool. That is the back once again. Then up next, we of course have the sticker, which is just the same as the other versions. And then we do have another photo card here, and I was just talking about, I wonder if there's different versions in the Photobook version. There are, because this back is black, and we're gonna flip it, and ooh, we get a cute Shuhwa photo card. Very interesting pose here. She's kind of just like resting her head on her hand there. Very cute smile. And then, like I mentioned before, the back is different. It's mostly black. But I'm just so excited to get into collecting for a new era for I-DLE, to be honest with you, because I Sway era is like taking forever to complete, and it's really just the cassette cards. Like, those are so incredibly rare. So I haven't, other than like solo cards, I haven't collected many I-DLE cards recently because of that. Like, the cassette cards are just impossible to find. So very excited to get into a new era. That is all I have for the regular photo books. Let's get into the next version. All right, so the next version that we are going to go through is the POCA Photobook, and I was a little unsure of what to expect from this album version. I think this is the first time I've seen like any group do an album version like this, or like call it a POCA Photobook. I was a little unsure of like how big it would be, if it really would be a photo book. It was just all kind of, you know, confusing because I've never seen it before. It's obviously not like the previous POCA version albums that I-DLE have released, but it appears to be just a big, not like a huge photo book, but a big normal sized photo book. And then there were inclusions on the inside, which I did unfortunately see some of them once again, but they were just facing up. I did not see the photo card, but everything was kind of just facing up, so I really didn't have a choice in the matter. And it looks like this will be photos from the Good Thing MV, so that's kind of cool. We'll be able to see some photos in those outfits. So we have Miyeon here. It looks like she's on the train. Ooh, she's on the floor of the train. I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea, although Korean subways are probably a lot cleaner than American ones. I can tell you that much. Do not sit on the floor on an American subway. Like, do not do that. And then we of course have Minnie here. And one thing I didn't talk about or haven't talked about yet was the outros for both Girlfriend and Good Thing. The one that is going absolutely insanely viral right now is the outro for Good Thing, and it's the one in the MV where they're all individually dancing at the end, and it just quick cuts to each of the members dancing. The one that's going absolutely crazy is Miyeon's dance. I think they're just calling it the Miyeon dance. But I thought that was a really cool way to end the MV as far as like a stylistic choice. I really enjoyed that. And then just its like virality of it going viral on social media and stuff like that. Like, I am seeing that clip of Miyeon dancing everywhere. Like, the amount of times I've seen someone say, like, you know, oh, you're sitting over there hating, and then, like, I'm just sitting here, like, and it's a clip of the Miyeon dance. Like, I have seen that so many times. Oh my goodness. But I thought that was really cool. I thought this hairstyle that Soyeon switched to for this era was just like so awesome. I am so happy for Soyeon. I think she released like a video. I didn't watch the full video, but I saw some clips of when she got it cut. And she was like, I want to do this, but at the same time, as she started to like see it go and like being cut off, she was like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. But I'm so happy for her, and like, I think this haircut is awesome. I think she's absolutely killing it, and I really think it like really fits with the style of the album and like what they wanted to go for. And I feel like that's so like Soyeon to do something like that. Just like put 120% into everything that she does, but specifically for each and every comeback that she does, I feel like she just puts so much effort and thought and care and calculation into everything, just everything that she does. So I think that's totally awesome. I think Oogie totally like owned this look as well, with the long blonde hair and then like this yellow jacket and pants. Just so cool. And I thought the styling was just so on point for the Good Thing MV. Like I said, kind of harkens back to second gen K-pop and the insane styles. And they were truly insane back then, but some of the styles that we saw. So very happy with that overall. I feel like I was talking about something and then I got distracted and then I don't remember what I was talking about now. But we are almost at the end of this photo book. We have a photo of Shuhwa here, and some more photos of Shuhwa. I think she's behind like glass here. Very nice. On the subway once again, and that is the last page of the POCA Photobook. So very happy with that. Very happy that we got to see some photos of them and the outfits from the Good Thing MV. So yeah, let's get into the other inclusions. So the first inclusion looks to be a poster lyric sheet. So this is one side of the poster. It's a vertical poster. Oh, I think I actually just saw this photo like online today. I think it was like a meme, because if you look at it, like Minnie, Shuhwa, Oogie, and Soyeon are kind of doing like a, you know, I don't know, stone face or whatever, like close to that, or they're trying to like, you know, serve you know what, right? And Miyeon is over here just smiling. And I saw a meme earlier today. It was like, it cut out like these four and then had Miyeon off to the side or whatever. And they were like, it's always Miyeon, meaning like it's always Miyeon smiling and just like, I don't know, just being so happy all the time. I thought that was really funny. But these are the credits and the lyrics once again. Very nice. Then we do have a postcard that comes with it, and it looks like I got a mini postcard. So we have her like stamped on the back there, and then this is her photo on the other side. She's on the train here once again. She's got like that super long scarf, baggy jeans, baggy top of some sort. It actually looks like she's got a t-shirt over like a long sleeve top, but looking very pretty as usual. Then all we have left are 3 photo cards, but we do have the POCA album guide instructions right here as well. So the first card I have is the QR card, which I will not show the back because it has the QR code on it, but we will flip and, ooh, we get a mini, and it looks like these are going to be concept photos. And I think, like I said, if I remember correctly, I think there's only 5 like versions of each of these cards, maybe not the QR cards, but of the regular photo cards. So we'll see if we pull any dupes here, but that is the QR card for this version that we got. And then the next card we're going to flip, and ooh, we got another Oogie. Okay, very lucky with the Oogie pulls so far this comeback. He's doing a cute pose here with the long blonde hair once again. And ooh, I like these backs the most probably so far. Still haven't seen anything with like signatures on the back, which not the end of the world, but would love those if they had a photo card with the signatures on the back. And then the last photo card for this copy of this version, and we get a Miyeon, okay, doing a very classic half heart. I feel like she has a lot of photo cards like this, similarly to, why can't I speak? Similarly to Minnie, and how Minnie is like always winking in her photo cards. We have half heart Miyeon and winking Minnie. That's their two favorite poses. Once again, the same backs, but those are our two polls for this copy. I'm going to get into the other copy and then see what our polls are. All right, so we have the second copy of the POCA Photobook right here. Not gonna go through the photobook again. We do have the same poster and lyric sheet, so that is not different. And it appears we have a new postcard, so we got lucky with that, and we get a Soyeon. She is, once again, whoa, that is a crazy pose that she's doing. But she's on the subway here. It looks like maybe the subway took an abrupt stop, so she's leaning way back so she doesn't fall over, right? That's probably what that means. But that is the postcard we got. Then the POCA album instructions. Then the first card we're gonna go through is the QR card, and we get, oh man, we get another Minnie. It's never really disappointing to pull Minnie, but it's kind of disappointing to pull a duplicate. So we get a duplicate QR card. Unfortunately, we can't pull another member, but that is okay. And now we get into the two regular POCA cards, and the first one we get a Shuhwa. Okay, she's also doing a half heart, so now I'm curious if this is going to be like a set or something, like they all decided to do a half heart pose. But the back is once again just the same with the asterisks and "We Are" as the title on the back. All right, so we have one more photo card to go through. Hopefully we can make it through without any duplicates. Yes, okay, so we get a Minnie. This is not a duplicate. She is once again winking in this photo card because Minnie just loves to wink in every single photo card. Wait, is that? Can you guys see the, hold on, let me try to get the lighting. Can you guys see the scratch over the eye? Y'all can see that, right? Through the reflection? That's a little unfortunate. Not the end of the world, but it's unfortunate we got that little scratch on this photo card, but that is the back, and we did get a Minnie. No duplicates for both of our copies of the POCA album, at least for the regular cards. We unfortunately got this duplicate of the QR card, but that's a little bit less important because I don't really know if I'm going to collect those. I still might, but it's not a guarantee whether or not I collect those. We still have one more album version to go through, and that is the jewel case. All right, so the last album version we're gonna go through is the jewel case. I have two copies. This is the first one. Unfortunately, just like the photo card that we just saw, this one is kind of scratched, as you can see, like right here, but it's not cracked, so at least it's not, you know, fully damaged, but it did come a little bit beat up, unfortunately. So those were all the sides and the back, and then we're just gonna open it up. I think there's one photo card in here, but first we're gonna show off the CD. Once again, just very plain black and silver here. No, not the Las Vegas Raiders. A lot of you probably won't even get that reference. But we're gonna take out the little mini jewel case photo book here and go through that. All right, so first up, we are going to go through this little mini photo book. It's only a couple pages, nothing too crazy, because it is a jewel case after all. It'll probably just be a couple photos of each of the members. What I will say though is I'm very happy they decided to just do one jewel case this comeback. Because I was getting kind of tired of member version jewel cases, both from like a collector's standpoint, like in terms of just like collecting the physical albums, because I am kind of a completionist in that way, but then also just from a collecting the photo card standpoint as well, like because they were just so hard to collect, and I feel like I lucked out pretty good with 2 era. I got those done pretty quick because I committed myself to looking for all of the jewel case cards very early on, and I probably like paid more than what I should have for some of them. Still not too crazy expensive, you know, but like it's very similar to the cassette versions for I Sway. Like they're just not bought as much, so there's not as many of those cards in circulation, so it's kind of just like a pain to collect. So very happy that they just did the one jewel case version this time around. Then it looks like we do have a poster and perhaps lyrics on the other side, just like we had for the POCA Photobook version, as I just knocked my tripod there. But we have this very pretty and I think awesome photo of them as a group here. All of them are smiling, super, super happy, laughing with each other. And then on the back, we have all of the lyrics and credits once again, all that good stuff. Then we do have a sticker, which the colors are reversed from the stickers we saw in the regular Photobook album. So we have a white back and black text as opposed to black back and white text for those stickers. And then the last thing we have is the photo card, and we get another Shuhua. Okay, she's doing like cat ears here. She's in like some sort of hoodie. Very, very pretty photo card of Shuhua. Feel like I'm very Oogie and Shuhua blessed so far this comeback. I don't think have I pulled a Soyeon? I don't think I have. Well, I've pulled a Soyeon postcard, but I haven't pulled a Soyeon photo card. So maybe we can pull a Soyeon photo card in the last jewel case version and clutch it so we can get at least one photo card of every single member. So that would be kind of cool, but let's move on to that second copy of the jewel case. All right, so we have the second copy of the jewel case here. Not gonna waste too much time getting into this, just gonna remove all of this. The CD is of course the same because it's just one copy. It looks like the poster is going to be exactly the same as well, which is kind of expected given that it's just, you know, one copy of the jewel case. And then the photo book, once again, like I said, not going to take too much time on this. Photo book is all exactly the same. And then I do off to the side here have this one sticker, which is also the same. So to finish up the video with our last photo card pull of the day, we get another Miyeon, and she's doing another half heart. She looks very stunning in this photograph. Oh my goodness. She's got the beautiful necklace. She's got a couple necklaces actually, but her makeup looks so good. Her hair looks so good here, and doing the half heart. And then this is the back. I believe this is the same as the Shuhua photo card was. But yeah, those are all of the photo cards and versions and all the stuff I have for today's unboxing video. So let me get everything back into frame and then I'm going to outro. All right, so that is all I got for today's unboxing of I-DLE's 8th mini album, We Are. I'm just so happy with this comeback overall. I'm really enjoying the music, really enjoying the concepts, and really excited to start to collect all of these photo cards, and very happy with my pulls already. We didn't pull any duplicates whatsoever except for the QR card for Mini, which is totally not a big deal. So very happy with that. I hope you guys are enjoying this comeback as well. And I'm very happy for the girls like embarking on this new journey with a new name, kind of like embracing the fact that they are OT5 now, and just they're continuing to put out great music and just music that I enjoy and hopefully you enjoy. So trying to bring the positive vibes back to Neviland, because I just feel like it's been kind of like negative lately. So want to make sure to put as many positive vibes as I can out there. So just have fun, enjoy the music, and just support I-DLE. But looking ahead to what's coming up on the channel, I do have an Irene and Seulgi unboxing planned for their Tilt release coming up next. And I do have those albums in my possession already. They came a couple days after these I-DLE albums came in the mail. So if I have time tomorrow, let's see, today is a Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday. If I have time tomorrow, which I may or may not, I will film that unboxing tomorrow and maybe have it up Sunday, which would be, I think, the 8th, because yesterday was Sunday and that was the 1st. So yeah, Sunday should be the 8th. But if I don't have time to film tomorrow, then that will probably come later in the week. So like between the 12th and the 15th of June. So that's kind of just like, I guess, a ballpark idea of when that unboxing will be coming. But that will definitely be my next video. And then after that, it will probably be either like an ITZY unboxing or some type of photo card haul. I will say I've been getting quite a bit of photo cards in the mail, not from Mercari Japan, that you guys have not seen yet. I've been getting a bunch of orders from like Mercari US and eBay and stuff like that. So I have been picking up cards on the side, not just from Mercari Japan. So very excited to show you guys all of that. Maybe in the next haul video, but obviously definitely in the next storing video. But yeah, I think this is kind of like a period where we're going to start getting very, very busy with all the groups that I like. I mean, aespa is also supposed to come back this month, but they haven't officially announced it yet. So that's going to be something else that's happening. So I'm just so excited that we're like in this very booming and busy period for all the groups that I like. But with all that said, I think I'm going to wrap this video up. So thank you guys so much for watching to this point in the video. If you did, I appreciate you guys so much. Let me know in the comment section what you guys thought of this comeback and the songs and the outfits and just all that good stuff. So I'll be patiently waiting in the comment section for you guys. But that is all I have for you today. And I will see you guys in the next video. So have a good day or night whenever you watch this, and have a good one. Bye.